In Greenville. Thanks so much. Well, this week marks 1 year since former Governor Nikki Haley took the helm of the United States ambassador position to the United Nations. It is, of course, a big jump from her former days as South Carolina's first female governor. Our Dawndy Mercer Plank was invited to New York City to see the ambassador in action, and she joins us live now after having that one-on-one interview today. Dawndy?
Yes, Sam, and we met with Ambassador Nikki Haley earlier today in this building behind me. That is the United States Mission to the United Nations, and it's where her office is held, and it is right across the street from the United Nations building. We talked to her about her schedule on a typical day and also talked about how her experiences and insights as governor have applied to being the ambassador. She says being governor has been very valuable first.
From the standpoint of communicating, negotiating, we've had to do a lot of negotiations, reminding people what matters and being able to do that, and then just, having to work with people, having to convince them those things, but also understanding reforms and how you can make things, that's a city over there and it's full of bureaucracy, and trying to really work on reforming it and getting it to where it needs to be is really important, and keeping the attention on what matters.
What's your typical day like?
It's never the same. It usually starts off with meetings in the morning. We go to the Security Council. We come back. We'll probably have a couple of meetings with ambassadors. It's just constant, all day, everything.
And Haley says the day ends usually going to her son Nalen's basketball games and just spending time with her family and their residence, which is not in the Waldorf Astoria, as has long been the custom. In fact, the ambassador never even moved into the Waldorf. And again, that's where the ambassador of the United States for the UN has always stayed. She never moved in there because at the time that she took this position, it was about to be renovated. The UN's lease on the Waldorf Astoria was coming to an end, and China bought it. So instead, the ambassador's residence is literally just a hop away from where I'm standing right now in front of the United Nations. Coming up next on your news at 5, you're going to hear from Ambassador Haley on what she's most proud of accomplishing in this first year serving as ambassador, and also what some of her biggest frustrations have been this past year. Live in New York City in front of the U.S. Mission to the United Nations, Dawndy Mercer Plank, WIS News 10.
All right, Dawndy.